Welcome to the Conquer tutorial. This is a general overview of the game. We're not going to cover every aspect of the game, but the bulk of it. This is the game board for Conquer. It's a world map with history's greatest ancient civilizations. To win Conquer, a player must capture a majority of the continents. So 4 of the 7 continents. Also on the game board are these bonuses. You have the Conquer bonus, the Manifest bonus, and the Shot Shop. The Manifest bonus awards players if they are spread out across many continents. If a player owns civilizations on multiple continents, they get a bonus. This bonus is extra troops. If they own a civilization on Africa, Asia, and Europe, then since they are present on 3 different continents, they get 2 extra troops next round. The Conquer bonus rewards players extra troops if they own every civilization on a continent. If a player owned all 3 civilizations in South America, they get a bonus of 2 extra troops next round. This is the Shot Shop, and here are a variety of different bonuses players can exchange for shots. To start playing the game, players roll a dice and the highest roller takes the first turn. Players take turns claiming a civilization one at a time until each civilization is claimed. To claim a civilization, players add troops to a civilization. Once every civilization is claimed, players then add the rest of their troops to the board. In this example, we have 4 players in the game, so each player gets a total of 30 troops. After all those troops are on the board, the game is set up. There are 2 steps to every player's turn. First, a player adds up their bonuses and adds those new troops to the board. In this example, the player gets 4 troops from their Conquer bonus, 3 troops from their Manifest bonus, and they get 5 troops from taking a troop shot at the Shot Shop. Now that the player has placed their troops, they can move or attack. A player can move or attack once per turn. A move counts as a player moving their troops to a neighboring civilization. To be neighboring, the civilizations must share a border or be connected by an arrow. If a player moves to a civilization that they already own, then they add those troops to the civilization, and since they can only move once, their turn is over. If a player moves to a neighboring civilization that is owned by an opponent, then that is considered an attack, and a battle ensues. If the player wins that battle, then they can move or attack once again. If the player loses the battle, their turn is done. In a battle, both players get 3 dice. The goal is to get the highest matching dice. Players can roll a maximum of 3 times to try to get the highest match. But before they can match any dice, a player needs to first roll a 1. Without a 1, no points can be scored. After a 1 is rolled, the 1 then counts as a wild card. After a 1 is rolled, players may re-roll the other dice to try to get a higher match. In a battle, the attacker always goes first. The defender may only roll as many times as the attacker. Okay, so in this example battle, the attacker always goes first. They roll. They have no 1s, so they must re-roll again. They roll a second time. Now they have a 1, 1, and a 4. The 1s are wild cards and match to the 4. So now this player has 3 4s, triple 4s. That's a pretty good roll. Now they can choose to re-roll again if they want to. They can re-roll the 4. The 1s you cannot re-roll. He chooses to roll again. A third roll. He gets a 2. Now this player has 3 twos, triple twos. He rolled triple twos in 3 rounds. The defender now has 3 rounds to beat that. They roll. They get no ones their first roll. They roll again. Now they have a 1. They have a 1, and their other highest die is a 5. So they have a pair of 5s. That does not beat triple twos. So they have to roll again. He chooses to roll just the 2. He gets a 6. Now the defender has a pair of 6s. The attacker wins, and the defender loses 2 troops. They go again. Attacker goes. He rolls no 1s. Re-roll again. On the second roll, he got a 1 and a 4. He has a pair of 4s in 2 rolls. He decides to keep it. Now the defender can only roll twice, because the defender can only roll as many times as the attacker. The defender goes for the first roll. Nothing. Rolls again. Nothing again. He only gets 2 rolls, so the attacker wins and the defender loses 2 more troops. Players continue this cycle until one of the armies is eradicated. At the shot shop, players can take drinks in exchange for bonuses. So if a player wants extra troops, they can take 1 shot for them and get those extra troops. Players can also take shots for each other, or split the cost of a shield breaker shot. The troop shot awards players extra troops for the cost of 1 shot. The later the game goes, the more powerful the troop shot gets, as its value increases by 1 troop each round. The dice shot awards players an extra dice in a battle for the cost of 1 shot. It can be used on attack or defense. A player can have a maximum of 3 dice shots at once. The movement shot lets players move their troops to any of their civilizations regardless of proximity. After they have rearranged their troops, it also lets players move or attack once. This costs 1 shot. The shield shot costs 1.5 shots and lets a player place a shield over a civilization. The shield prevents any opponent from attacking that civilization for 1 turn. The shield breaker shot destroys a shield. It costs 3 shots, but players may split the cost of the shot. Players battle each other for civilizations and continents until one player is able to conquer 4 continents at once. If you want to hear more specifics about the game, you can watch our other YouTube videos or check out the rulebook we left a link to in this video's description. If you like this game and want to purchase it, or want to help make this game a reality, you can help crowdfund us on Kickstarter. Thanks and happy drinking.